My name is Beanie Lord, and I'm a fifth grade literature teacher at the Burrow Henry Elementary School in Hope, Arkansas. And I'm going to be interviewed tonight.
Okay, can you tell us about the place where you were born?
Yes, I was born in a little town called Fulton, Arkansas, probably about 12 miles from here. I was born at home. There was no, at that time, no hospital. We had a lot of midwives.
As a child, what did you do during the summer?
During the summer, wasn't very much to do. We picked a lot of berries and plums and just played childhood games around home. There wasn't lots of parks and all that kind of thing to go to. So we did lots of canning and picking peas and lots of preparing mostly for the winter.
What is one of your favorite childhood memories?
One of my favorite childhood memories probably would be learning to drive a stick shift. Or I have really it's two. When my daddy was warming up, we all had to warm up the car before we went to, we were mama to the cotton field, so dad was warming up the car. I kind of eased out there and got in and pulled it down. It was just going on down. Dad had to run and catch up with me and park, and I jumped out and ran hid, but I didn't get in too much trouble for that.
How large was your family?
My family consists of 7 girls and 1 boy, and I'm being the third child, and mom and dad.
When you were about 13, what was it like in your home in the evenings?
13 was lots of homework. When we came in, first thing we had to do is get out of school clothes. We didn't keep our clothes on like the kids do. Then we get out of what we call our school clothes. And then when we were on the farm, we had to shell the 5 gallons of corn, feed the hogs, and that kind of thing. But later on, we had just a homework. After my mom passed away, when I was 9, and then it was just like just getting supper ready to make sure my younger sisters and brothers was fed and that kind of thing. Ready for bed and their homework was done.
How did you get to school every day?
Oh, I've been driving for a long time. Probably 12, 13. We got school mostly now. Dad a pulpwood truck. He drove the school bus, but he hauled pulpwood out during the day, and so I would have to bring the truck up there to him in the morning time, and then he would park it and I'd take it back home in the afternoon. So we mostly drove to school.
Can you describe the clothing styles that y'all had when you was in high school?
Yes, high school we did not wear pants. Pants was a no-no. Pants was for men's. We wore, finally came with just mostly skirts and dresses and shoes and socks. But a little later on it got to be the mini skirts and that kind of thing when we got in upper grade. But there were no pants in school when I was in school. I graduated in 1970.
How was the social life?
Social lives, I had wasn't a lot going on. We had what you call it back then drive-ins. Of course, it wasn't about Daddy being a single dad. He doesn't allow lots of boys to hang around our house, so therefore people back there got married real early. I got married when I was 18. But we had at school during the daytime at lunchtime. We would have what we go up on the hill. We would play softball, walk there and play softball, watch them play softball. Or lunchtime they would have what we call a social, which was a little dance, and you could pay 10 cents, and we would have a dance at lunchtime. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. 10 cents.
What time did your school start in the morning, and what time did it end?
School started, I think it was, if I'm in my recollection, I think it was 8 o'clock, and it ended like 3:15, something like that. It was still basically around the same time it starts to be in the end now.
How old were you when you started dating?
Dating was out. I didn't start dating. Like I said, I had boyfriends. In fact, my husband that I married at 18, I graduated when I was 17. I married him in when I was 18. That was my 10th grade boyfriend. So we had a boyfriend. I would see him at the ball games and that kind of thing. But just for us going out on dates, I didn't. My dating came after I was married.
What was a Saturday like for you when you were in grade school and high school?
Saturday, grade school was helping with. Saturday was always wash days, and then we ironed up all our clothes. We didn't get up in the morning time ironing like we do now. That was out. We did all the washing on Saturday, getting the clothes in, and then all the ironing on Saturday, and everything was ready for all week long. So it was just Saturday was basically work day.
Prepared for the weekday.
Preparing for the weekday, exactly.
Was your school segregated?
Yes and no. It was segregated with teachers. We had several Caucasian teachers. I remember our man, his wife coming there from Texas. They were PE teachers and I believe history. But students, no. I do not remember having any Caucasian students there until after I was secretary there. Started in 1973, I believe. Secretary, bookkeeper there, and I remember one family moving into there, and they only stayed a short time. But no, it was not. It was not. It was all segregated. It was not integrated.
How was your school different from the white and black schools? Did your school interrogate, or like what was the experience like?
Okay, experience of I went to, like I said, all black school. We had limited supplies. Back then we had to buy our books. Every year you had to buy your textbooks. So you paid your money, ordered your textbooks, and there was no football, there was no baseball. We played softball, but that just during the daytime. So sports and athletic activities were very limited, and that kind of thing. We don't have basketball. And we had limited curriculum and courses that we could take.
Other than the chores you had to do on Saturdays, what other chores did you have to do?
Our main chores, we were demanded that we must do well in school. So our basic chore was to make sure that we did well and all our work was done and we received good grades.
So what was your first job?
My first job was I was in the 12th grade. We had a little program during the school day. They always arranged our schedule so we could work at least an hour a day. And I worked on this program called NYC.
What's the NYC?
NYC is National Youth Council or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, it was a program for youth. Now, like they have lots of other programs, but low income families. Well, that's basically what it was. You have to meet that criteria.
Were the wages good?
No, I think a month I probably made $60-70 a month, something like that. No, it wasn't anything to write home about.
Other than that job, when you got another job, how much education did you have to have?
Okay, straight out of high school, I went to what was now is University of Arkansas Community College at Hope. In 1970, when I graduated, it was called Red River Vocational Technical School. I was one of the students that went there from my area. I went there in business. I originally went there for nursing. I stayed in nursing 2 days after they told us all about what nursing consists of. Then I went into business. I went with business there for 9 months, and like I said, I got married, and I did not complete all of the business courses, but I was lucky enough to get a job in 1973 at the school where I graduated as secretary there. Later on, I got to be secretary and bookkeeper.
Other than getting married at 18, what else did you do?
What else did I do? All I can tell you, I raised my sisters and brother. My mama passed away when I was 9, and there were 5 children under me. And so I played mama. I've been playing mama for a long time.
Is there any kind of advice you would like to give today?
Oh yes, I would just like to tell all the young people around to make sure you get a good education, learn all you can about anything that you can learn, and be prepared because and get all the technology that you can because there's a big bad world out here, unfriendly. So just do the best you can with the opportunities that you have.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you, Miss Lord, for doing this interview for me. And that's all.
You are so very welcome.